Well, hello, Georgia! Wow! Well, listen, I just landed on a plane back from Battleground, Pennsylvania, but I had to get back to Georgia to welcome the next President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris, and the next Vice President of the United States, Tim Walz, to Battleground, Georgia. Back in 2021, Georgia literally saved the country and in my best Georgia accent and way, let me say that we're fixing to do it again. Are you ready to win this election? Hear me tonight. I know that we are in the midst of a political election. But hear the pastor tonight when I say to you that this is more than an election, it is a moral moment in America. It's really hard to overstate how much is at stake. Here's the thing, we already know who Donald Trump is. That's not what this election is about. It's about who are we. I still believe that the American people at the end of the day are going to embrace that age-old American covenant, e pluribus unum, out of many one, because we know that we stand together, that we are connected, that we need each other, that we need our neighbors, that there are not enemies within. We may have differences of opinion. Earlier today, I was standing with Republicans in Pennsylvania, and then later I was standing with brothers, black men in the barbershop. Earlier before that, I was standing with students. The truth is, we need everybody. We need all hands on deck. Are you ready to show up? So let me defy Baptist gravity and be brief. There's a lot of talk these days about what black men are going to do. Let me speak to that for just a moment. Let me say that I do not believe that there's going to be this wave. I do not believe that significant numbers of black men are going to vote for the likes of Donald Trump. I don't believe that. Now, we are not a monolith. There will be some, but there won't be this wave. After all, we know who Donald Trump is. We're not confused. We know that this is the man who was held accountable by the Justice Department because he wouldn't even rent apartments to black people. We know who Donald Trump is. We know that this is the man who took out a full-page ad in the New York Times and said that 5 young men of color who had been accused of a heinous crime should receive the death penalty. And when it became clear that they were not guilty, when the Central Park Five became the exonerated five, he said he still stood by what he said. We know who Donald Trump is. This is the man who entered into the political arena on a racist birther lie that the first African-American president was not born here. We know what he was up to. He was trying to say, you're not one of us. But I believe that the American people will reject this hatred, will reject this bigotry. We understand that we are one people. Are you ready to stand together and win this election? Are you ready to stand on behalf of truth and righteousness and justice? And so let's do the moral work. Let's do the hard moral work that we will have to do even after November 5th to redeem the soul of our nation. I know that we can do it. We've seen hard times before. We've been through tough struggles before. But I believe that we will get this done. Now, there are times when I grow weary. All of this hate, all of this terrible rhetoric we've been hearing ever since he came down that elevator, public discourse in America has been going down. And every now and then I grow weary, and when I grow weary, I look up, and because I'm a preacher, I'd love to tell you that I see something profound in the heavens. But all I really see is birds flying by. But I like to see geese fly. Why? Because geese fly in a V formation. And the one out front who is getting all the glory and all of the sunlight, the wind on his face, believe it or not, the one out front is actually working the hardest. But what I like about geese is that when the one out front finally gets tired, he just moves further back in the formation, and when he moves back, she moves up and takes his place. And what I like about geese is that geese do this without an insurrection. Geese do this without shutting the geese government down. That's because geese understand that my individual location is not as important as our collective destination. We are one people. Let's stand together. Let's rise together. Let's win this American moment together. God bless you.